Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I am going to do a quick recap of my 12 weeks and just give you an insight of what happened and my week by week, so like lowdown on things. So it all started back in January 2019 when we decided that we wanted another baby. I came off the pill and I didn't get a period for months and months, and that rang a bit of alarm bells. So I went to the doctors, they'd done tests, and in August 2019 I was diagnosed with polycystic ovaries, which is a condition of the ovaries where you don't get enough hormones, so you don't ovulate and you don't get periods very regular, and there's other things like you find it hard to lose weight, you're more prone to acne, you're more prone to facial hair and hair in places you don't like, you don't want basically. So I was diagnosed with that in August, and the doctors basically told me that if I wanted to have any more children, then I would more than likely have to go down the route of fertility treatments, which at that moment in time I wasn't really up for, to be honest with you. So fast forward to April 2020 and I started feeling a bit queasy, and that isn't like me. I don't usually feel sick, but every time I got up off the sofa I kept going lightheaded and I was like, there's something not right here. So I went shopping, I picked up a pregnancy test and I forgot about it for a couple of days. I left it and then I woke up one morning, I felt really ill, so I took it and there was very faint positive. And I was really shocked because I generally wasn't expecting to be pregnant at all, but because I'd had a period the month before, I obviously just wanted to rule it out, which I did, and it turned out that I was pregnant. So it was a bit of a shock to us all. So in the first couple of weeks, I'd say I was about 4 weeks when I took my pregnancy test, and I took a few of them and they all come back positive, and I was like, yeah, that's it, we are having a baby. And my first symptoms were my boobs were really sore. Every time I took off my bra or every time I lifted up my arms, they really hurt. I had a bit of feeling sick. I wasn't sick, but I just felt really sick. Found it hard to get up in the mornings, whereas before I'm quite lazy, so I like my sleep anyway, but this was a lot harder to get out of bed. And every time I got up, like off the sofa or off bed, I had to hold on to something because I got really dizzy. And then 2 weeks after that, so I would have been about 6 weeks pregnant, I started to bleed, and it really scared me. I had a bit of pain as well, but it was just the blood that mainly scared me. So I called up my early pregnancy unit and they told me to go in on the following Monday and they'll check me out to rule out ectopic pregnancy or what they do. So I went there on the Monday and I went and had a scan, and they confirmed that there was a pregnancy there, but the little yolk, not yolk sac, what are they called? Yeah, the yolk sac, that was all what was there. There was no fetal pole and there was no heartbeat. So the midwife basically just said to me, take each day as it comes. She gave me some leaflets in case it did go to a miscarriage and I started passing clots, but she said that if I don't, then carry on my pregnancy as normal. So I had a private scan booked for the following week anyway, which I had booked before I even started bleeding, and I went there thinking the worst because I don't know, I was just thinking the worst. I didn't have bleeding in my previous pregnancy, so it did really freak me out. So when I went for this private scan, they saw a heartbeat and they said that everything was perfect and the baby was in the right place. And I don't know if you can see, but that's what they got at 6 weeks. That's what dated me at 6 weeks, and he had a perfect heartbeat, and I was so relieved when that happened, when I saw it and I knew everything was okay. Pardon me, sorry, all this pregnancy I've been so gassy and so out of breath. So yeah, he said that everything's perfect, the baby got a heartbeat, and by then the bleeding had tailed off anyway. It just went to spotting, so that was good. Between weeks 6 and 10, I'd say I did nothing. I really didn't. I suppose I was lucky in a way, because at the moment in the UK we were currently going through the lockdown where schools weren't open, most workplaces weren't open. You could only shop for your essentials, and you couldn't see family or friends. So in that aspect, I was really lucky. But again, I felt really sick, and I'd noticed from about midday, 1 o'clock, my sickness would get to the point where if I looked at something, I would be sick. The smell of cheese really made me queasy as well. I don't know why, but if cheese was anywhere near me, I'd get that turning feeling in my stomach, and it wasn't very nice. I had lots of discharge, and I kept going through stages of being constipated, and then when I wasn't constipated, it was like water. It wasn't nice at all. But that lasted for between about weeks 6 and 10, but they did fade away the more closer I got to 12 weeks. I was really tired. I was going to bed for about 10 o'clock every day and waking up about 9, sometimes even later if I didn't have to get up. So I was very tired. And then when I had my week 12, I had my NHS hospital scan, where they saw the baby, and I'll show you the baby now. This was the picture that they got. Everything looks absolutely perfect. I had the screening for the Down syndrome, and I think it's an Edwards syndrome, and they all come back clear. They told me at the scan, after I had the scan, you have like the assessment where they check your blood pressure and they go through all the things with you. They put me as a high risk pregnancy because at the end of my last pregnancy I had high blood pressure, and that was why I was induced. So the midwife said that they're going to put me on a dose of aspirin up until I'm 36 weeks pregnant. So I've been taking that, and they've also put me in for extra growth scans because my daughter was apparently born on the 9th centile, whereas in the UK they like the babies to be on a 10th centile or above, and Amelia was £6.9, so she was just short of it. So they're putting me in for extra growth scans after, I think it's after 28 weeks, and they are also putting me in for a GTT test, which is a glucose tolerance test, which I'm not looking forward to that at all. But that is when I'm 28 weeks pregnant. And in the last 2 weeks, there's not really been nothing new. My symptoms of pregnancy have kind of faded. I do get the odd bout of feeling sick, but it's not half as bad as what it was in the first trimester. I've now started to feel a baby move, which it's a feeling that you don't forget, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. It first started off when I think I was about 11 weeks. I think it first started off, and at first I was like, oh, is that gas or is that baby? And obviously when you've had a baby before, you know what the feeling's like. And then as the weeks have gone past, I've got a lot stronger and I can feel it a lot more often, so it's definitely baby. I will show you my 14-week bump because currently when I'm filming this, I am 14 weeks pregnant. And that will be the wrap up of the video, guys. So I'm going to show you my bump. Excuse my mess, but here it is, 14 weeks. I'm not going to show you my whole belly because it's not what you want to see. But that's my 14-week bump. It's not actually that big, to be fair. I find when I wake up in the morning, it's not really there, but as the day goes on, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it's quite strange actually, because with my first, I didn't get a bump until I was like 18 weeks pregnant with my first. So the bump came pretty soon with this one. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.